Nintendo is a weird company, and the Nintendo DS was a weird system. When they announced this thing, it was crazy. It had 2 screens, a touch screen, all that stuff. And then they went in and decided to go with the slogan, "Touching is good." Now that in and of itself is kind of crazy, and they had a bunch of different ads in magazines and on TV that used the "Touching is good" slogan. But I remember actually sitting in middle school classes, I think during our like little homeroom, we had like a homeroom class. We had this little like TV segment where we would watch like a 30-minute thing of, it was like news and stuff like that. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know how many people had something like that. But in between each segment of this little like TV show thing we had going on were actual commercials. And we had GameCube commercials, DS commercials. And I would see these "Touching is good" advertisements in like 7th grade on these commercials. And I was like, wow, that's weird. Even as a kid back then, I thought that was strange. So, you know, Nintendo, they went with an advertisement campaign, and they did it. You know, they committed to it. So I give them props for doing that. But a few months after the Nintendo DS came out, Nintendo out-weirded themselves in so many different ways that I can't even comprehend. They wanted to promote the Nintendo DS even more. And the way they did that was with this thing. This is a freaking mannequin hand. So Nintendo created this website called touchingisgood.com. And on there, you could go and request your very own mannequin hand, and Nintendo would send this to you. This is an actual mannequin hand that Nintendo sent people to promote the Nintendo DS, and they made it a contest. So when you first got this mannequin, I don't have it, but when you got this mannequin, it came with a little card. And on the card, it said, "Touching is good. Show the world why touching is good. If you look hard enough, you'll see just how much life can look like a game." And then it gave you instructions to either take a picture with this thing in a creative way or make a video in a creative way. And you could enter that onto Nintendo's website, touchingisgood.com, or send in like a CD or something for a video, and you'd be entered into the contest. So, you know, you could make a picture of this mannequin hand touching the DS or playing the DS in some way, or, you know, I don't know, do what other things do hands do? Some you could probably get a little crazy with this thing. This is not even mine. This is my friend's mannequin hand that he got from Nintendo personally, and I don't know what they did with this thing. I don't want to know. I'm not going to ask questions. But anyway, people would enter this contest, and first prize actually would win $1,000 cash, a DS, and like 4 DS games or something like that. Second place would get another cash prize. I think it was like $500, and then $250, etc. I don't know how many people actually got prizes. But yeah, it was such a weird campaign, and so many people actually requested this thing that Nintendo had to, they ran out. They ran out of mannequin hands, and they had to provide a PDF of a actual mannequin hand, and people who got the PDF could print it out, cut it out, and use that for the contest itself. I don't know how this contest was initially announced, but this is the June 2005 Nintendo Power issue with Pokemon Emerald here on the cover. And inside this issue, they actually mention this contest. I don't think it was announced in Nintendo Power, but they got a mention of it in here. So right in the front here on page 12, you see they have this Nintendo Online section where they say, get in touch with your creative side. And they talk about touchingisgood.com and how you can actually enter this contest and create your own image or video with this mannequin hand. But at the bottom, you can see here, they say, you don't need to start tearing the hands off the poor mannequins at your local department store. Click the Give Me a Hand link and download a PDF of your very own digital hand. So at this point, whenever they added this to Nintendo Power, they had already run out of mannequin hands. And yeah, you had to go and download that PDF to print something out and cut it out. You can see here there was some people that had entered, and there is some guy playing a record or scratching a record there. And the actual Touching is Good website, you can still go on there using the Wayback Machine and see actually some of the images and content that was entered into the contest. So it's kind of interesting to go back to. And on YouTube, there are actually some uploads of people that did make videos and entered the contest that way. I don't know, this whole thing is just so strange and so awkward that I had to talk about it. I just wanted to kind of get on here and talk about it for a few minutes and just, you know, mention the weirdest little promotion Nintendo has ever done to promote their console, their system, and, you know, have a little contest for it. Let me know if there's any other contests Nintendo or other companies have done that are, you know, anywhere near as weird as this. I'm sure there's something, but from Nintendo, I really don't think there's much else. So anyway, I am going to go wash my hands or something after touching this thing, because I don't know if touching this thing is very good. Don't know where it's been. Like I said, don't know what my friends did to it. Gonna return it to them. They can do whatever they want with it again, and yeah, it'll leave my house, this cursed object. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed checking this out. Hope it was kind of informative. Hope you found it interesting. And if you remember it, hope it, like, you know, brought back a memory that you didn't want to remember. Something like that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.